Okay, so now that we've downloaded Xcode, it's saved in our downloads folder, and it'll download it as Xcode, whatever version is currently released at the time that you watch this, and iOS SDK, whatever version is currently released at the time that you watch this.
And also, whatever version of macOS you're running at the time that you watch. You may be using your brain to be doing this at this point. Who knows?
So to mount the DMG image in the Mac operating system, you just double-click on it.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? I gotta write this down. What do you do?
So you just double-click it, and it will open the DMG file as if you like put a CD in, for example. So the DMG is kind of similar to an ISO. It's kind of similar to like a BingQ file, whatever. But it's kind of Mac's way of it's like a cross between an ISO and a zip file, kind of.
It's a package. You can Unix. Linux people are very familiar with the whole package concept. So we're verifying.
As you can tell, this is a very large package.
Huge package. Huge package. I don't know if I've seen a package that big. Will you stop touching the package? Stop
playing with it.
Stop playing with the package.
Zip. Oh, that just finished very quickly.
Wow. Huh. I wonder if it's going to go that fast on your machine at home, folks.
So we have now this icon here, which says Xcode and iOS SDK, and it looks like a little drive. Like, do you remember those iOmega, those like zip drives and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of looks like one of those drives. It's just like a generic drive, so it's just mounted when it's available.
I'm sorry, you mounted the package? What?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And then inside of this DMG file is the actual package that it's in our installer package, which kind of looks like this box. And all we do is just double-click that, open it up, and it's going to say, this package will run a program to determine if the software can be used. So it's basically checking the prerequisites.
Wow, Brian, look at all this stuff.
Yeah, and it looks kind of like a normal install. Of course, I agree. You always want to agree.
Yeah, well, you have to agree to all of Apple's demands.
Course, absolutely. So it's going to ask you where you want to put it, how you want to install it, which installation type. We're going to just leave all the defaults and just install it. Just kind of next your way through it. And it's going to prompt you for your admin password to say, am I allowed to make changes to your operating system?
And of course, my password is password. But don't try to break into my bank account with that password because it's password with a capital P and dollar signs instead of S's. So you can't possibly crack that.
It's like lead speak. So this installation works a lot like it would in Windows.
Yeah, well.
And it'll just kind of, you just throw the defaults on there, you're good to go. Don't worry about it too much.
Yes. So even though we're installing the Xcode IDE and interface builder, we're not going to be using that right out of the box. We're going to try to expose you to some of the command line functionality of GCC, which I know you guys have been doing before with C and C++ was kind of based on that concept. This is kind of the first step for us to abstract up out of that layer.
Yep.
But before we allow that to happen, and we're going to take the same approach with Java and C# as well, we're going to show you what it's like to live in that world. Kind of get a little taste of it, and then boom, we're going to jump right the out.